Hey guys, it's Andrea here from Crafter Support and welcome to our channel. Today I'm sharing with you for week 4 of our 13 weeks of Halloween. We're making this cute framed glass sign for Halloween, and I just used some scraps of permanent vinyl and this frame from the $1.25 store, and I made this and I love it and it turned out so cute. I'm so excited to hang it in my new room. If you're not a subscriber to our Facebook page, definitely check that out. And if you're not subscribed to here, please do so. So jumping in, I just went to the $1.25 store, purchased this glass frame. It's 2 layers of glass where you put a picture in the center. The picture had some goo on the back. Had to clean that off. It was not easy to get off after scrubbing and washing and whatevering. I used my Norwex window cloth just to clean it. I think I got everything off of it. It was just really gooey. So I'm putting it back together because I decided I want to put my design on the front, not inside between the glass. And I can easily flip that around later if I want to. So here we are in Design Space. If you're an Access member, you have all of these options for free. Just type in the search box Halloween and all of this pops up. Now I knew that I wanted pumpkins and I wanted the words Happy Halloween. I could have designed my own, but it was like, if it's already done for me and if you guys can make the same one I have, that would be super cute. So I just picked 2 options that they had and I'm ready to send them to Canvas and get started. So once they show up on Canvas, we're going to go ahead and click off to the side so that we can separate them. And now that we have them separated, I want to make some changes here. So I want to change colors, size, and I'm going to weld. You don't have to weld this project. You could attach it. I'm a welder. I like to weld everything. Especially designs that are pre-done in Design Space. So the first thing we're going to do is ungroup the Happy Halloween. We're going to click on the word Halloween, and then we're going to change the color to the darkest black. And then we want to change the Happy to the same orange as the pumpkins. We're going to do the same things. We're going to hit Happy, go to the orange that's the same as the pumpkins. You'll see it on your top line, and you'll just click on that, and now everything matches. So the next thing that we need to do is align them together. Super simple. You could click the select all button, or you could just, like I do, I go up to the left hand corner of the project. I click and drag my mouse, and that covers all of the pieces. And then I'm just going to click align and then center horizontally. And then that just kind of puts everything right in the center, right where we want it. And now we're ready to go to sizing. So I originally sized it one way, and then I decided, no, I want to use my Cricut Joy. That's too big. I'm going to size it a little bit smaller to make sure that I can get a nice cut on my Joy and fit it and it still look right with its proportions. So I end up resizing it after this as well. But the frame could hold a 5x7 easily, but I wanted a little bit more, like, little less design for this because it's going to be going in my bedroom, and I didn't want it to. To me, it's already busy enough, so I didn't want it too big. So once we design everything, now I need to weld. Okay, again, you could attach, but I like to weld, and I'll tell you in a minute why. So how you weld something is you make sure they're ungrouped. You click on the Halloween, then you hold your shift key down and click on the black pumpkins that you want and go down to the bottom right and click weld. This makes it permanent. If you save this project at this point, they will be one item. You can see that over on the right hand side. They are one item. If I click the eye, they disappear together. It's because now they are one piece. If you click save and you try to come back, they're going to be one piece. You can't unweld them unless you do like a slice and cut and slice and cut. If you click attach, it will cut them the same, but I just don't use attach that much. I rather weld them. So we want to do the same things for the Happy and the pumpkin. We're just going to hold our shift key down, click the Happy, click the pumpkins, click weld. Now they're together. So when I pull it back up, the orange is just in front. I'm going to send it to the back here in a second. And you can do that by simply clicking the by right clicking and going up to send to back. And then there we are. So I choose to weld because this is a design from Design Space. Yes, I could click attach. I really could. It would be that simple. But then, like, I don't know. I'm like a permanent person. Like when I do things, like I want to do them solid. So I weld a lot, even when I don't need to. But you could click attach. It'll cut it all the same exact way that it is as you see it. Okay, so here I'm deciding, okay, I want it smaller. This is where I make it 4.25. And then the aspect ratio just brings the width down and then you're perfect. So it's 4.25 height and then the aspect ratio sets it the way we need it. Now, whatever machine you're using, make sure that you go up. I'm going to use my Joy. Click on your Cricut Joy and send it to your machine. So click Make It. For some reason, my laptop does not like my Joy. Like all my other machines, perfectly fine, but not the Joy. So I'm just showing you basic step-by-step here, how you would do it, but I'm actually going to use my phone. My phone connects to my Joy perfectly. No issues at all. I don't know what the problem is, but that's what I'm going to use. So if you are normally using your phone, this is an option for you. So mine is an Android device. I use both Android and Apple. I have found both of the phones, and I think they're both pretty easy to use. I am getting I think I put the machine up for you guys so that you can see it. But if you guys don't have this tool yet from the Dollar Tree, get a couple. They're amazing. It's their like fabric cutter, but I use it for vinyl. Super sharp. Love it. And these are just scrap pieces of vinyl that I have. So I'm just getting my machine ready. I'm clicking all of the things I need to click. I'm connecting to my Cricut Joy and it says it's ready to go. I'm choosing that I'm using vinyl, permanent vinyl. So I think it's called premium vinyl through the Cricut thing. And I'm just going to go ahead and load it. And actually, I believe I don't do that. Yeah, I'm going to move it so you guys can see how it works if you don't have a Cricut Joy. I use my Cricut Joy literally every single day. Like if you don't have one and you have the budget for it, it's worth getting, in my opinion. Super worth getting. Or if you have a little crafter in your life that is just starting out and you don't want to they don't have a lot of space for a big machine, this is perfect. So once it reads your mat, it makes sure you have enough material. You just click go and it does its thing. Like I said, I love this machine. We actually did a giveaway for one on our Facebook page not too long ago, around the 4th of July. And we gave away a Cricut Joy. So definitely, if you're not a member of our Facebook page, you're going to want to go over and join that and make sure you're a subscriber to the Facebook page or to the YouTube page. We'll be doing giveaways. Christmas is coming. We're going to be doing some fun stuff for Christmas. And yeah, we just have lots going on right now. So while this is cutting, quick story, we are moving our kitchen to my studio and we're adding a master bedroom bathroom onto our house, and I'm moving my studio to one corner of a bedroom. So this is very I'm a little anxious about this, but I know it'll be fine because I know if I need the space, my husband will give up his freely and he'll give me as much space as I need, but I don't want to do that to him. So I am downsizing and I'm trying to learn to redo some things and reduce the amount of stuff I have. So if you guys watched any of our lives that Brandy and I did, you know that I have a lot of stuff jammed into my room. And oh my gosh, I found a solution. I found a solution for my love of paper. I'm so excited. I can't even wait to share it with you guys. And I may even share it with you sooner than I had planned. But you guys are going to be minds blown whenever you see this, and you may have seen it before, but my mind was blown. So I don't want to give any spoilers, but there's some videos coming up very soon that you're going to be like, that's a genius idea. If you don't have the space, if you have the space, keep your tons of paper that you have. I love my paper stacks, but this was just wow. So look forward to some really fun videos coming up and some like mind-blowing videos that I was so excited about. Like, I can't even tell you. I'm just rambling, but I was so excited. I was like a little kid in a toy store and somebody said, here, buy whatever you want. And I was like, oh my gosh, is that even possible? And it was, and it is, and I'm excited. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling about that, but some fun videos coming up. Yes, back to the downsizing. So I really have to be careful what I have, what I'm making, what I'm using. And I just want it to be the most beautiful craft corner ever. So I want to make some cute stuff for it. So the reason that I did this project in the glass is because I want to be able to change it out. I'm not going to have room to store this with Halloween stuff. So I'm going to need to be able to just store the glass pieces, which I have a way of doing that that doesn't take up a lot of space. So I'll be able to switch out the glass pieces. And how I'm going to do that is by getting glass cut to fit in this frame. Super inexpensive. You can go to Lowe's, they'll pre-cut it for you. I'm just going to get one sheet of glass, cut it into a few different pieces, and then have like all of my holidays, birthdays, things like that, cut out sizes. And then I will have for all of the holidays, and I will only have one frame on my wall, and I don't have to try to store a bunch of different frames with different seasons for them. I hope that made sense, and like I rambled a lot. Okay, so if you're still watching the video now, I'm just putting my Cricut away and I'm getting ready to weed and then put this all together for you. So weeding, super fun, super easy. It's not fun. People told me it was fun. It's not fun, but it's not too hard either. So the best way to weed things is start at the corner and just use your weeding tool and kind of pull at an angle. Everything's at an angle with Cricut, in my opinion. If you just go angly and like twist and turn, it just pulls right off. You don't have to worry about anything popping off. It just works better at an angle. Everything with Cricketing works at an angle. And now we just have to pull out the innards of our E's, our O's, and our A. And I do have like this little thing on the right hand side that I just put my little pieces in. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a nail polish holder, and I just scrape my pieces into there. And then when I want to clean it out, I just take a piece of painter's tape and I shove it down in there and I roll it around and it pulls out all the pieces for me. So weeding is a little bit easier off camera because I have to be able to see it and I'm like blind, but I don't like sticking my head in front of the camera because I think that's really annoying. I'm sorry. If you make videos and put your head in the way, I'm not judging you. It's just, to me, I hate when I see the top of a head and I can't see what they're doing, even though I know what they're doing. So I try not to do that to you guys because I know it bothers me. So that's why I do have to pick it up and look at it a little bit. And then I'm like, oh, okay, all these pieces need pulled out. So I just have to go through the last pumpkin and pull out all the little dots. And then we can move on to our orange pumpkins and our happy, which we're just going to do the exact same thing. We're going to pull at an angle, and that just really helps. Like when you pull straight down, like it can lift your thinner letters. It can pull back on some pieces, and we really don't want to do that. So it just seems like at an angle, you can kind of rock the vinyl and it loosens up for any, like inside the H goes, it's like cut up. It'll pull it out for you, and you don't really have to worry so much about losing anything. I hope that made sense. So now I'm just pulling and got my little dots down. And now we just have to pull a few pieces out of the 2 P's, the A, and then a little bit on the pumpkin, and they'll be fully weeded. A little tip here when you are doing especially thin letters, if you see I'm just putting my thumb down and I'm holding the base of the letter, just in case it didn't cut perfect, it's not going to pull your letter up, because that's like the worst when your letter pulls up. Like, does anybody else get super annoyed when that happens? I do. I shouldn't. It's just vinyl, but I do get super annoyed when that happens. Okay, so here's where I'm looking. Like, I knew there was a piece that needed to come out. I just didn't know where. And there was one there. And then there's another one. And again, I'm trying to just use my my bad eye, obviously, to find that piece, because it took me forever. But there we go. We got that piece out. And now we're ready to layer this onto the glass. Now, there's 2 ways we could do this. We could pull up the black layer and then layer it onto the orange, then put it on the glass. But nope, I wanted to be difficult. And I decided I'm just going to do the orange first, and then I'm going to do the black, which really isn't a big deal, but it's kind of smarter to do it the other way. So putting the black down on the orange before you put it on the glass, that way there, if you make a mistake, you can easily, like, you already know you made the mistake before you put it on the glass. And this is just transfer tape. If you're not familiar with that, I have videos up on it. You can check them out. I'm just laying this out to get kind of like the size that I need. And I'm just going to go by my biggest piece, and then I'm going to chop it off and be ready to transfer the design. So we go back and forth with this. People that say they love weeding and because it's like therapeutic, and then there's people like me that loathe weeding and just do it because you have to. So let me know down below, do you like to weed projects, or is it like a chore and you hate to do it, but you know you have to do it in order to get the design that you're looking for? I'd love to know, because I don't think it's fun to weed anything. Like, I don't weed gardens or yards or anything like that. Like, I don't like weeding. So maybe that's why. Maybe because I used to have to weed when I was a kid, I don't like it. Maybe if we give it a different word, like picking or something, I'll like to do it more. But definitely don't like weeding. All right, so now we have our transfer tape down. We're just going to use our little squeegee, squish, squish, crossed it. And we're just doing this so we can pick it up easily. And it's just transferring it onto the transfer tape. Now we need to get our glass piece out and get ready to put it on our glass. And here we go. And this is where I decided, you know what? We're just going to make a lot of different ones for all the holidays. And that's where I got like the light bulb moment that that's what I wanted to do. So I'm just going to wipe it down again, because I kind of feel like there was more smudges. This cloth is amazing if you don't have a Norwex cloth. Like, I don't know if I know anybody that sells it anymore, but Norwex cloths are amazing. And this is their window cloth, and it does really work, like really, really well. So just putting that out there. I'm not sponsored by or anything like that. I just love using mine. I think it cleans windows really, really well, and mirrors. So now I'm just kind of lining it up, and like I said, guys, I'm like blind. So I'm like, that looks even. It's pretty good. It's close. It's not perfect, but it's close. And I'm just going to take my little scraper and just go all over it and make sure that all the pieces down. Now, this is not Cricut transfer tape. Why? You're asking me. Because I had a huge order. I have a business, but I no longer do personal orders. I only do business orders or large orders for people. And I used up all of my transfer tape, and I need to order some more. And this is what I had like laying around that I wanted to use, that I could use. And I don't like it as much as I like the Cricut brand. Now, I've had people tell me like they can't stand the Cricut brand. One gal that watches our videos she's like, I hate it. I don't like it. I'm like, oh, that's so crazy because I love it. Like, it's the best that I found on the market. I've tried a bunch, but Cricut is definitely the one that I would rather purchase no matter what brand is out there. Unless you have a brand that I haven't used, leave a comment below and I will try it out. But everyone that I've tried, I've been like, nope, I want my Cricut brand back. So I need more of my Cricut transfer tape to transfer all of my wonderful things, and it would take a lot less time. They'd already be transferred. But unfortunately, this is an off-brand. I got this on Amazon. It's not terrible. I do like the black lines in it. I like that they're bold and they're black and I can see them really, really well, but that's just because I have a vision impairment. But yeah, the Cricut brand is just kind of my thing. Okay, so now that the orange is done, we're going to do the black, and we're just going to pull in that same piece of transfer tape because you can reuse these. And I'm just trying to line it up with the mat underneath with my self-healing mat, and just to kind of make it even. And I'm just scraping it as before, making sure that all the pieces are going to stick to the transfer tape, and then we're going to peel it up. And at this point, I think I end up getting my parchment paper to make it a little bit easier for me to line everything up. So, and this here is where it would have been better if I would have done it before I put it on the glass, but hindsight, All right, so I just lay the piece of transfer tape on top of the parchment paper and leave a little bit of the transfer tape at the top sticking over it, so I can build like a hinge. And I'm just moving the parchment paper around till I get the pieces where I need them. So you can see through it. It's super simple. It just makes it like you're not completely committed yet until you lift the parchment paper. And so here I'm just pressing the top down to make my hinge. And then I'm going to pull the parchment paper away from it and just slide it down, and it puts everything pretty much where it needs to go. I saw like a tiny bit that it was off, but nothing that was going to keep me from hanging this in my room. So I just end up pressing it down, and I look at it and I'm like, okay, it's not going to bug me. There is a little tiny piece of orange that's sticking out, but I'm going to scrape it down because I don't want anything pulling up whenever I pull the final transfer tape off. And again, we're going to do it at an angle. At an angle just works. Here you see me, I'm going to kind of fidget with this a little bit, trying to keep the H down, the bottom of the H, but it's lifting. Like I said, guys, Cricut transfer tape is my thing. Like this one, no, but it's what I had. So I'm using what I had. It still worked. It's perfectly fine. For those of you who don't like the Cricut transfer tape, you might like this brand. I think it's HTV Ront or something like that. But yeah. So again, I'm just pulling it at an angle, making sure my bats stay down because they're super cute, and just kind of wiggling to pull it out all the way. And it's done. It's all finished. It turned out so cute. I love how it looks. I can't wait to hang it in my room. And yeah. So here I'm just pressing down. I saw some air bubbles in there that I was like, but it's fine. Like I said, it's just for my bedroom, and you really can't see them, especially if they're hanging up on a wall. They're not going to be that noticeable. And here I'm just kind of cleaning up my mess. I'm not really sure why I did that on camera. Oh, that's why, because I wanted to put it on the white paper. There you go. So here's what it looks like. So cute, very inexpensive, like maybe like $2 total with all of the products I used. And I just think it turned out sweet. I love it. I hope you guys are enjoying the 13 weeks of Halloween. I'm enjoying making the videos and just creating crafts and things like that for you guys. So yeah, I hope you all are having a great day, great week. Back to school time. Parents, I'm praying for you if you're missing your kids. My kids are homeschooled. So I don't really get a break. Not that I need a break, but like mine are always home, but I'm enjoying it, and I hope you guys are just enjoying the last fun time of summer and have a wonderful back to school week. And until the next video, bye.